Afton said that even though all of this was reported to the showrunner, the incident remained undocumented and was not brought to HR, even though he promised that it would. According to her, Seganovich was fired, but this was after an entire year of Afton having to deal with the racially charged language while in the trailers. He goes further into it later on, stating, "After my initial reports of sexual harassment, I was assured that Gross would be fired. But then, at the end of the season, she saw Gross's name on the call sheet. And this is where Alexi admitted that he was not fired and that HR wasn't ever even involved. In the post, she says that she was asked to return this season and promised that everything was handled. The problem was that season 2 already started filming, and the investigation hadn't even started. So she quit right then and there, and she was never seen on the show again." Obviously, when these accusations came out, the entire Rookie fanbase was shocked. This info going public also brought in a few law firms to investigate what happened. During the investigation, they conducted 400 hours of interviews and went through days worth of footage to find evidence of this. She was heartbroken by this and claimed that the producers covered up the truth. To this day, we'll never know if the accusations were true or false, as just because there was no evidence doesn't exactly mean some of what she said wasn't actually true. I hope that she's doing well now. Moving on to our next actor who voluntarily left the show, Titus Makin Jr., the actor for Jackson West. I've talked about his story in previous videos, but I've never went really in depth into the specifics of things, so that's what we're going to do now. Titus was also on the show from the beginning with the pilot, but the difference between him and Afton was that he went on past the first season, as he was in the entirety of the first 3 seasons of the show before he decided to part ways. This next part is going to go over a lot of American politics. Let's go back to early 2020. The BLM movement started to gain momentum due to the killings of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor going viral online. These two going viral lit a spark into the movement and turned this topic into a mainstream talking point, especially with everyone being at home and constantly being online. There was no hiding from the fact that this was a serious issue, and for a cop show like The Rookie, it was almost guaranteed that they were going to have to tackle it eventually, especially with season 2 airing during the rise of the movement. He felt that it was a moral conflict, and he was going to leave the show right then and there, but the showrunners didn't want him to leave. This is when a negotiation type thing started to begin. Titus, alongside Richard T.